Hello, my name is Mick Terich, and I'm the inventor of Pubwashers and Pubwasher Golf. Pubwashers and Pubwasher Golf are played on the same board. This is the board, and it's actually a drawer-shaped configuration with a green scoring board on the inside with 3 pockets. The game of golf is played similar to real golf. You're throwing washers at the holes instead of a golf ball, and the idea is to get it in the least number of shots. And you keep track on a scoreboard or scorecard that's similar to the one that you play golf with. Each player will shoot in each hole in succession. So you'll play hole number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then total your score for your front 9. On the back 9, you'll do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. You'll total the score for the back 9, you'll add your front 9 to your back 9, and they'll give you an 18-hole score. So this hole number 1 will be played as 1, 4, and 7. Hole number 2 will be played as 2, 5, and 8. Now this on the scorecard will be referred to as position 1, position 3, and position 5. And the reason for that is those are the score numbers for the regular Pubwasher game. So that's where that position number came from. This is position 1, position 3, and position 5. Now as you're playing the game of golf, and as you're shooting and taking turns with your opponents, you may forget which hole you're shooting for. So as you look at your scorecard, you'll refer to the position number, and that will tell you what hole that you're playing if you've forgotten. It's actually quite simple. The idea is this is a 3 par, so every hole is par 3. But the way it's scored is that par is 0. The first shot you take, if you get it in the hole, is scored as -2 or an eagle. The second shot would be -1, and the third shot is par, and it's scored as 0 on the scorecard. And I'll show you the scorecard in a minute. After that, you'll get 6 more attempts. So a 9 attempts at each hole. If you don't score in your 9 tries, then you would put a 7 on your scorecard and move on. And that's, obviously you don't want to take up too much time playing the game. It's quite competitive and a lot of fun. Some of the rules are, each player will throw 3 and then remove any washers that remain on the board. Then the second player will throw his 3. The only way to score is with the thrown washer. So if you say you throw a washer and it's sitting up there, your next shot, you hit it in. You only score that round or that throw if the washer you actually threw goes in the pocket. So if you knock another one in, no score for that one, unless the washer that you threw goes in the hole. It's actually quite a lot of fun, and the player that is just like honors in golf, the player that scores the lowest number of shots or the best for that round will go first in the next round. And it's real important to keep track of what round you're in, because you're throwing 3 washers, and you throw them a total of 3 times. So each player gets 3 rounds of 3 washers. And then after that 3 rounds, if you don't score, of course, you get the 7. If a player scores on his first, second, or third shot, and his opponent hasn't scored, he's off that hole, and the opponent keeps playing until he has a score for that hole. So it's actually a lot of fun and quite simple once you get the hang of it. Also, there's a one-player way to play. One-player rules are very similar, except when you're playing by yourself, you'll throw all 6 of your washers, and then you'll go back if you haven't scored and play 3 more, and that's your 9 tries. So it's a little simpler because you're not walking back and forth every time. You can throw 6 washers and then come back and pick up 3 and play those. So now that I've showed you the board and we've talked about it, I'll show you the scoring system with the scoreboard.